Hi everyone, welcome back. So something went wrong. Something went wrong with my computer in the last video. So we'll just continue on with the topology of our G protein coupled receptor. So I'll just draw it out quickly. So I said here's a receptor. It has 7 transmembrane helices, and I think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then close by we have an effector molecule. Okay, and the N terminus is on the outside, and then we have the C terminus on the inside. Okay, and then we said, well, these they activate G protein, so they have these G protein, and this is what a G protein looks like. So we have the alpha and the gamma subunit that is attached to the plasma membrane. However, the beta subunit is not. The beta subunit is obviously attached to the alpha and the gamma subunits, but it is not directly attached to the plasma membrane. So remember that. I remember that as a question in one of my cell biology assignments, and I got it wrong because I didn't pay heed to this small detail. So anyways, and one more important thing is the GTP-GDP molecule, which is attached on the alpha subunit. So this could either be a GDP or it could be a GTP. And if it is a GDP, it is in an inactive state. And then if it's in a GDP state, then it's in an active state. Okay, so that is like the general overview of what the whole setup looks like. So basically you have a receptor binding here, then there's conformational change here that brings this whole unit together, and we'll go into the detail anyway, so we'll summarize it afterwards. Okay, so when a hormone or a neurotransmitter binds to a GPCR, it induces a change in conformation in the extracellular ligand binding site. The change in conformation is transferred across the plasma membrane and causes a change in conformation in the cytoplasmic loops of the receptor. So when the receptor binds here, there's a conformational change in the this would be the cytoplasmic site, in case if anyone's confused about it. The cytoplasmic side, the cytoplasmic face. There could be many different names to it, but the keyword is cytoplasmic. Okay, and this is the extracellular side. Extracellular side. Alright, this in turn leads to an increase in the receptor's affinity for G protein that is present on the cytoplasmic surface. So when the ligand binds to the receptor, there's a conformational change here. This conformational change, whatever that conformational change is, that makes this G protein coupled receptor I don't know if that's even a word. Well, it increases its affinity for the G protein. Okay, so the G protein now comes close to the receptor. The ligand-bound receptor forms a receptor G protein complex. So basically, you have a complex here. This whole thing comes together. So you have the receptor and then this G protein coming together, forming a complex. Okay, now the interaction with the receptor induces a conformational shift in the alpha subunit of the G protein, causing the release of GDP, which is followed by the binding of GTP. G protein is activated. So now we know that this thing is happening. It is bringing it close to the receptor, but at the same time, what is happening at the G protein level? So when the G protein is combining, is attached, well, not attaching, but like coming close to the G protein coupled receptor. It may even be attaching, I'm not sure, but we'll just use the word coming close. So when it comes close to the G protein coupled receptor, the alpha subunit is where all the action takes place. Now the G alpha subunit has become selfish. Now it has found G protein coupled receptor. It doesn't want to hang around with beta and gamma anymore. So the alpha subunit is like, you know what, guys, I've had enough. I have this GTP on me that makes me a special subunit anyways. I don't need you guys anymore. And so it detaches itself from these beta and the gamma subunits. Okay, now when it detaches itself, it has to do something. So while we know that usually it has the GDP attached to it in its inactive form, now when it detaches itself from the beta and the gamma subunit, it replaces that GDP with GTP and becomes active. Okay, so it has left its partners beta and gamma, converted its GDP to GTP, and it's now in active form. Okay, it's 5 seconds left, so we'll continue this in the next video. Thank you.